Okay, hello everyone. My name is Marta Łopuszko. I attend the third grade in high school number 13 in Szczecin. And in this high school, my extended level subjects are Polish, history, and social studies. And plenty of my interests are actually connected with those, but I mostly fulfill the ones that are connected with social studies. And soon I will tell you a little bit more about those. As since childhood, I have always been greatly interested in politics. And even in my first years of primary school, I would just watch TV programs that would be about recent events. And at first, obviously, I did not have a really good orientation or knowledge of what is going on there. But as the time passed, I have progressively grasped the concept of how things have worked, who was in charge, and so on and so forth. And as I was getting older, I started to actually act upon those interests. In the beginning, just theoretically, as I participated in the Olympiad about Poland and modern world, which resulted in me winning 2 laureate titles, including even 4th place this year. This gave me a really good theoretical framework of how politics and how countries actually work, both in a legal and economic framework, which is not only useful in mindful media consumption, but also gives me an insight into how the reality we live in is actually created, which I think is crucial for our generation in specific, because we will soon be the ones shaping the world. So the knowledge of how the legislations are passed and how the policies are created is extremely useful for us. And those skills, I have had plenty occasions to put in practice. One of those was the Szczecin conference, the one I attended last year, where through representing countries in the United Nations General Assembly, I not only got the opportunity to learn a lot about the UN system in general and the countries, but also I had the ability to strengthen various soft skills, such as communication and reaching consensus, which was useful by working on the resolutions project. And apart from that, although that's kind of a similar matter, I'm a keen debater. I participate in plenty of debates, once at my school, which I often help with organizing, or at international competitions. I also had the opportunity to face the City Council of Szczecin, including the city mayor himself, in an Oxford debate regarding the topic of efficiency of local governments in crisis situations. And recently, after winning the semifinals of Jugenddebattiert International, I have advanced to the final stage. That's, as the name kind of suggests, an international debating contest held in German. I was previously talking about media as well. That's a really important topic to me, as I am the chief editor of XIII. That's my school's newspaper. And it not only tackles the topics regarding schools' everyday reality, but also focuses a lot on modern world issues, with articles regarding matters such as climate change or elections in Poland. Those are actually examples of my own articles. And apart from that, we also engage in charity actions, usually raising money for various charity goals. Recently, we're engaged in helping refugees of the Russia-Ukrainian war, for example. However, unfortunately, at some point of my education, the Polish system kind of forced me to choose a specific path of development, because there are no classes where you can mix like social studies and math. So by choosing this class, I formally had to leave my interest in mathematics behind, which was the subject I really used to enjoy in primary school. However, I still learn it on my own and even plan on choosing it as one of my extended subjects during Matura exams. And my knowledge allows me to help my colleagues, and I also have a side job of tutoring younger children, so mathematics is kind of a big part of my life right now. I really hope that my presentation convinced you that I am a good fit for the scholarship, because I think I'm an ambitious person, have a variety of different interests, and could majorly profit from the trip to the Silicon Valley. I particularly think here about the opportunity of talking with the representatives of the Bay Area Economic Council. That's something that would provide me with a great insight of how the economy of one of the richest and most influential areas of the world works in practice. And I'm also looking forward to visiting Meta and talking with the representatives of this institute, as it is a great lesson of how worldwide media functions and influences our daily lives. And it's not only closely connected with my interests in
15 seconds left.
But would also provide me with knowledge that will be profoundly useful to my future career. Thank you very much for having me, and now I'm more than ready to answer your questions.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me shoot with two questions, Marta. First one is, when you think about the Silicon Valley, the first associated thought would be likely for everyone, new technologies. How this reflects to your current interests and achievements in debates, law, and justice. In other words, why should we choose you versus all the other candidates?
I think the word Silicon Valley mostly correlates with the word opportunity. It's a place where everyone can achieve their goals and find something that they can specify in. I have a plan for my future to actually connect my current interests that I have the ability to realize right now. So politics and stuff like that with the new technologies like IT and the development of the artificial intelligence. I think that's a matter that is actually hugely underestimated and the way of legal perceivement of this issue. I think the artificial intelligence is something that must be covered from both the technical side and the legal side. So I hope to kind of connect the both aspects in my career. I was thinking about studying firstly IT, because in the United States you cannot study law in like the bachelor level, and then pursuing my studies with law and master's lab program. And by that, I would like to connect those both paths of my interests and of my education and my future career.
Okay,
so that's why I think you should choose me.
Yeah, thank you. And you exactly said that you wanted to study in the States. Why not Polish University? Are they worse? What are they missing in your view comparing to others?
They're definitely not worse. However, the worldwide rankings could suggest otherwise. They're often based on publications and stuff like that. But I really like the holistic approach that the United States universities have and give their students. Since I have like a plan of connecting to, I would say, quite opposite sections of education. I don't think Polish universities could allow me to do something like that. And I generally think that United States as a place that gives great opportunities for future development.
Okay, thank you. Paweł, would you like ask your questions?
Yes, just one question. You were participate in the project, Our Youth, Our Planet, Our Future in Berlin, yes?
Yes.
And tell me something. You think that only human activities is responsible for a changing climate in the Earth?
Definitely not. Even statistically speaking, approximately 80% of climate of like emission of gases that are affecting climate change by corporations.
Could you repeat, because I didn't hear you?
I was saying that even statistically speaking, approximately 80% of gas emission and climate change is caused by huge companies. So the human impact is, especially in a matter of a single individual, is not that big. However, we still as individuals should do everything possible to minimize our impact.
I'm asking you about the human activity since 200 years, because 200 years we start to carbonate and use carbon to motion of the business in the world. You think the human are only the human are responsible for that, or also nature is responsible for that?
That's
and
definitely a mixture.
changing in nature,
Well, nature is obviously like having its cycles about like global temperatures warming and like them being higher and lower. But the human impact is undeniable, and we as a society, as people, should do everything possible to minimize it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Paweł. Barbara?
I have one question, Marta, about politics, because it's quite unusual for young people to be interested in politics. Why politics?
Well, I think that's something that impacts us on such a great like it's something that impacts us a lot every day in our everyday lives. So I think everyone should be interested at least or involved in how the politics are created, who we choose to be our representatives, and well, it's just something that shapes our world, so why not be a part of it?
Okay. And one quick question, yeah, just like can you say something more, let's say, about you as a person? What drives you?
I think my main like drive as my ambition, I always like to achieve things that well, can show me that I can do something more than like I thought I could. Apart from that, I just think I'm interested in things that I do, which helps me to stay motivated, because if I were not doing things that I actually like and that I actually enjoy, I would not do those things, which is just a human response.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, too.
Okay, thank you very much. Paweł, would you like to give feedback to Marta?
Marta, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, because I don't see you. I thought then you are gone. It's you make a really big impression on me. Your presentation was really nice, and of course your English is really good. And I thought then I have on the second side a person who has 25 years, you know, in mentally knowledge, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Barbara?
I would like to say that it was great presentation and great achievements you in a way talked us through. The only slight, let's say, hint for you, I had a feeling, maybe I was wrong, but that was my feeling by listening and looking at you, was that you were reading your presentation more than really presenting it from your let's say, from your head, let's put it this way. But as I say, maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, thank you. Marta, from my side, one very similar, I mean, comment related to what Barbara said. The silence is important in conversations. The silence reinforces the message you wanted to share to the person you talk. So please, I would recommend to have this understanding and awareness that whatever you wanted to say, you don't have to kind of over talk to us with whatever you wanted to say. Make pauses, make silence, because it reinforces the messages. Good luck.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much for
Yeah,
your
thank you.
presentation.
Thank
It
you.
was great.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye bye.